fan of the Hodaki Big Show podcast? Make sure you check out more from Jay, Smike and Keezy on their Instagram at Hodaki Big Show. Or tune in to them 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hodaki. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate. What we were just discussing was we're doing some filming today for Radio Hodaki, and Pugs was saying that he loved it. He loved the experience and he loved being on set, and that he would quite happily sit in a chair waiting and be on his phone. And I was saying how I loathe and hate myself when I'm sitting around looking absent-mindedly and brainy like at my phone, and I feel my soul being sucked into a dark vacuum of irrelevance.
Being absent-minded, massively underrated.
I mean,
it is so much fun.
I'm absent-minded by nature.
Right.
I don't need a phone to make me more absent-minded.
Right, okay.
I think sometimes absent-mindedness is good.
Yeah.
I got enough shit to worry about.
Yeah, man.
As
He's
do
got
you.
enough shit on his plate, man.
Don't you know who I am?
So as I was saying, I at home will find myself doing that and go, no, I'm not doing that.
And then what do you do, though?
Then I go off my phone, and my wife will be on her phone, so I'll give her shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like and here's the weird thing. This is true, and it's sad.
Yeah.
Is that you guys will find this hard to believe,
I don't think I will.
but I can be a shit stirrer sometimes.
Oh, my God. Are you
really?
serious? You're a shit stirrer
Damn.
all the time.
And I'll say to my wife while she's on the phone, on your phone, are you, darling?
Yeah.
Then she'll go, yes.
Yeah.
And I'll say, what's on the interweb? Anything interesting?
Yeah.
And she'll go, not really. And I go, yeah, so pointless, isn't it? So pointless.
What you're doing right now is pointless.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you ever find your soul being sucked out, darling, when you're just, no, not really. There's some things I'm interested in. But what I'm trying to say is I will shit stir, but then it'll actually end up being quite antagonistic.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know, because
What do you mean
it's
end up? It starts
It
antagonistic.
inherently is antagonistic.
From the get-go.
Yeah.
and then it'll be like, I only meant it as jokes.
Yeah, right.
It's just jokes.
Jokes, Dal.
Man,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
obviously, she's patient, eh?
She's
a patient
massively
lady.
patient.
Does she like it when you shit stir secretly, though?
Oh, it depends what it is. It depends. And she's very even-tempered. Sometimes I'll get it wrong. I know you guys find that hard to believe.
How about going forward, I'll tell you when I think something's hard to believe, all right? Because you're a bit off with that.
But yeah, no, sometimes she'll give me a little...
I would love to see that,
Very-
especially after having met your wife and seeing how lovely she is.
Very rarely will she do that, but occasionally I'll overstep the mark, and then I'll backpedal and try and sort of suck up to her, and it's just not going to happen.
UVTs,
Yeah.
Vinegar tits. Was it on here that Mania was talking about someone in the relationship is the rock and someone's the balloon? Was it on
no,
this podcast?
I don't think it was on this podcast.
No.
So is it like an
He's
analogy?
never been on this podcast, Geezy.
He was in here yesterday. Oh, not this podcast, but our show.
Right.
Right.
So he's talking about how, like, in every relationship, one person is the rock.
Yes.
And the other person is the balloon tied to the rock.
Yes.
And without the rock, the balloon would float away and be amazing and stupid and eventually just disappear. Whereas the rock keeps them all grounded.
Yes.
And you know what I mean? And I think it's quite a good analogy.
That's a great analogy.
I would say in that regards, I don't think I need to tell you who's the rock and who's the balloon
Yeah,
in
you're a
this
massive
relationship.
balloon. Yeah.
I'm bobbing all over the place.
Exactly. And your wife keeps you grounded.
Yes, she does.
Yeah. And so I think I'm even the balloon in our relation. Oh,
Oh, I don't know. When your wife calls me,
Jace, just...
Keezy's been a real rock today, Jace.
yeah,
Heavier than usual.
a burden on that I've had to carry on my
Can't even...
shapely shoulders.
Oh,
Mania was like, nah, you're a massive balloon. Because I wasn't sure. He's like, no, you're a balloon, definitely, 100%.
Oh, yeah, there's no question in our relationship I am the balloon.
I can't even think of what I would be.
I would say you are the rock.
I can be a rock.
You're
yeah.
pretty. I mean, I can be rock too, but that's another context, fellas. Oh, see, I annoyed myself by saying that. It annoys me.
The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki. The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
But not all relationships have a rock and a balloon. Some, it could be two rocks. It could be a couple of balloons, both floating away together.
Well,
Weirdly,
you know,
yours
and
is a rock that looks like a balloon.
and they also, opposites. Actually, I was going to say opposites attract. My wife and I aren't opposites.
No,
we're
you're not.
very,
No.
very similar people.
That's right. The reason this conversation came about is because while we were in Bali, there was this other couple on this boat, and they were from South Africa.
South Africa. Can
From-
you do it on a South African accent? This
We're
next
from
part?
Could you replicate the conversation?
We are from Joburg. Where are you guys from?
That's racist.
Oh,
And I was like, so I was talking to him, and I was like, so what do you do for a crust? So what do you do for a crust, man? And he was like, I oversee logistics for a plastics factory. And I was like, yeah, cool. And then I was like, what do you do to his partner? And she's like, I'm a healer. I'm
An Eela.
a healer.
right.
She's a spiritual healer.
Oh, I thought you meant like somebody who goes and hunts
Healing.
eels.
Nah, so she is a spiritual healer
That's
who does
awesome.
yoga and stuff, and he is a logistics manager for a plastics company. And they were on holiday together, and they were great. But like everywhere we went, she didn't want to take any photos. She's it's in here, and she'd always tap her heart.
Oh,
Oh, kia ora.
I don't know. Are we just saying kia ora randomly now?
nah, that is a kia ora.
Thank you.
I'm massively into that.
Thank you, Pugson.
Tapping
Tapping
the heart.
racist, Keezy.
What?
Kia kaha, Keezy,
Yeah,
man.
come on, man.
So she tapped the heart, and I know it's all up here. This is all I need. It's in here.
That's really nice.
But yeah, she'd be like that, and really, and then he in the background would be taking photos.
Yeah. Leave the photos to him.
Yeah.
That's great.
And also, he would have been making the money so that the rock and the balloon could have gone on holiday. Because
I,
he looked rich.
I'm with her on that though.
That's right.
I hate when people have these special moments or they go overseas and it's extraordinary and beautiful and they never get off their phones. And they just photo. Live the moment, for God's sake.
For me, I sort of adopted a rule that I don't strictly adhere to, but obviously I like to go to gigs and things like or live music or whatever, or whenever, even when I went on the cruise and stuff. Japan,
Was that the Swingers cruise?
Yes, the Swingers cruise. But in Japan, I went a bit bananas. But I would sort of go, all right, whatever. If I'm looking at like a concert, for example, I'll try and get one or two videos that I would show somebody or share, and that's it.
And then put it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
you never put yours away, eh?
No, it's
Keezy?
always out. And because we're looking at going to Vietnam now at New Year's.
Oh, nice for Sam.
My wife, Jace, you could
I
go.
don't have leave till September.
This is at New Year's.
Yeah.
I'm talking.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah. So New Year's, right? We're going to Vietnam, my wife and I. It's in the planning stages. And there's this one place in Hanoi where there's like a really narrow street with a train line going through it and all these cafes along it. And then when the train comes, they have to move their shit in because the train comes through.
that is so sick. I've
Real-
seen footage of that.
Real famous Instagram spot. And so it's this place where I want to go and see, but every single video I've seen of people there, they've got their backs to the train and they're drinking a coffee while someone takes a photo of them. So they can't at all enjoy the like ridiculousness of the situation because they've got their back to it and they're smiling and posing the whole time.
Side boob?
Yeah, there was a bit at one stage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But you know what I mean? Like, why don't you just like, there's enough photos of that and videos of that online. Why don't you just like enjoy it, man? It's pretty cool.
And if you turn to the side,
Exactly.
you could see the train and have the side boot.
Yeah.
See, that's smart right there from Pakistan.
And I follow that rule.
Well, don't you follow Side Boob on Insta?
What's side boob?
It's you were telling us off air before that
Ah.
you can. There's a site called Side Boob.
Oh, hashtag side boob. He's following.
Yeah.
At
It's not an
side boob.
account, Jason.
At Side Boob.
Hashtag side
Yeah.
boob. Whenever someone posts side boob and hashtags it, it'll get served to
Oh,
pugs.
Yeah.
Piping hot.
Getting a lot of you on there.
Yeah, well, I've got a pretty impressive side boob. I've got pretty impressive boobs all around, fellas. But let's not get into my anatomy. I mean,
Kia ora, man.
kia kaha, Pakistan.
Yeah, stay strong, pug son.
I'm trying.
With your
Yeah,
side
look,
I'm
boob.
trying my hardest,
we're
man.
all trying, pugs. We're all trying, mate.
Yeah.
Well,
Where's
some
Mike?
of us.
Where's Mike? He'll be back Friday.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Admin. Just get the admin out the way there. Also, make sure you listen to the Hodaki Big Show 4 till 7 every weekday, eh, guys?
No, if you want to.
Guys.
I would.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
I'd
if you're
listen.
going to be sitting on your phone all bloody day, you might as well.
You got to embrace the phone. Wait, Jace, there's so much cool shit on there, man. I got to put you on.
Well, it's like Pugs had a cool meme today about someone Googling dust. That actually was quite...
Sounds so sick when you put it like
yeah,
that
I know,
as well.
and I couldn't. You can't even describe it. It was very funny.
Sounds great.
You would have loved it, Jace.
Can you show me after the podcast?
Yeah, I'll show you the side boob thing too.
Oh,
Actually, just quickly, can I plug something real quick?
here we go.
Doing a comedy show on Thursday
Are you?
in Auckland.
Hell yeah, man.
If you want to get a ticket, I think there's a few remaining, but just go to my Instagram story and I'll chuck a thing up there.
I would actually love to go.
Chris
to
Key and Z. You should. It'd be cool.
How much are tickets?
I don't know. Sounds out of my price range. Yeah, but go along and I'll see you there.
Good stuff, Keezy.
Good stuff, fellas. Thanks for that.
Cheers.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, then.